Hello and welcome to the ALDS UK live stream on Tuesday the 6th of October ahead of Game 2 of the American League Division Series matchup against the Houston Astros. How are you all doing? Game 1 didn't go our way yesterday, did it? Let's be honest. We trailed 1-0 after losing 10-5 yesterday against the Astros. The A's got ahead early in the game, but looked pretty good, and then it all went to pot. We won't be dwelling too long on that first game, but we will have a look back at it. But the main focus will be on today in getting ahead or getting back into the series at the very least to try to recover. There's only one game down we are, so there's no need to panic just yet. We're only 1-0 down. Plenty of time to get back into the series this week. Today's game on... Oh, sorry, I just got distracted by the Marlins Braves game that's going on at the moment. Today's game starts at 9:37 p.m. UK time, so that's 1:37 p.m. Oakland time, which is a stupid time to start a baseball game, but that's kind of how Major League Baseball works at the moment. Sean Manaea on the mound for us, so there you go. There's the start time. So Sean Manaea, Framber Valdez, so that's two lefties on the mound, and we can have a quick look at the A's lineup. Second, we can, I promise you. Here it comes. Here it comes. It's coming. Hey, there we go. So the main news is that Chad Pinder and Stephen Piscotty are both in the team, which is what you'd expect against a left-handed pitcher. No. There we go. Okay, so we will have a quick think back to game 1. If you're watching live, do get in contact. I was not very good on the chat. Well, I picked up a few chat messages yesterday, didn't I? Oh, there we go. There we go. I've got the chat up in front of me. So if you're online, do get in contact, and I will hopefully see your message. I had a few yesterday, so pick up on your questions. It was a real heartbreaker yesterday, I think. When you looked at the final result and you looked at the 9 innings, you can't argue with the fact that the Astros fully deserved their win. But early on in that game, we had opportunities to really take advantage of a good situation. There was twice, I think it was the third and the fourth, wasn't it? Yes, third and fourth, lead-off home run in both innings, and then got 2 runners on, but were unable to get any further runs. And not taking advantage of those 2 examples against Lance McCullers really let us down, because it meant although we were ahead, we were still within touching distance for the Astros. And yes, we can look at the story of game 1 being all about an unfortunate error by Marcus Semien on a ground ball. It would have got out of that inning with no runs scored. Instead, they went on and scored 4 runs, so it was very frustrating and a real body blow for the A's. But, as I said, earlier on in the game, we had opportunities to put them under pressure. And I think that's really what we've got to do here. We know they're a very good team, but more than anything, this is a team of players who are battle-hardened in the playoffs. They've been there before, they've been there, won it, and all of that. So, we need to make sure when we are on top, we really take advantage. Because if we don't, then they will. And that's exactly what they proved yesterday. And something we have to learn about from quickly, very quickly in fact, because if we lose today, then we're in a real hole against this experienced Astros team. I will say I deliberately kept off Twitter last night because I know what some fans are like. I call them fans, they're not really fans, are they? They will very quickly turn on one of our best players, someone who has given us great service over 6 seasons, because he made an error that anyone could make. Yes, he should make that play, and Marcus will tell you he should make that play, but it wasn't a dead easy play. He was being aggressive on the play, trying to charge it, didn't come off. Yes. What you're looking for today is a big bounce back from him. We've got Sean Manaea on the mound. Marcus is right at the top of the lineup too. So what odds a Marcus Semien leadoff home run in the bottom of the first for the A's to really start his redemption song? He was playing a bit of Bob Marley there to get back on track. So there's a lineup. Let's in fact look at the lineups in a bit more detail. The A's PR account didn't have the lineup for the Astros on it, but it's basically the same as yesterday, isn't it? So we'll miss that out, but we will switch across and I will show you the lineup. I will try and add a bit of music to it. Let's see if I can do this. This is going to be a bit sketchy, I'll be honest. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. This could be a bit sketchy. Let's see. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? Ooh. There we go, pop pickers. It is the lineup for the Oakland A's in a crucial game 2. I'll turn it down a little bit. There we go. In at 1, up from 2 to 1. It's Marcus Semien here to atone for yesterday's error. Batting leadoff and playing shortstop. Moving down to 2 is Tommy DeStella. Stella Artois, Monch 2. Tommy, batting second and playing at second base. And then straight in with a bullet. At number 3 in a batting lineup and playing third base, Chad Pinter comes in for Jake Lamb. The right-handed hitter coming in to face the lefty ALDS. Come on, Chad. Then at 4, staying at 4th but moving to left field, it's Mark Canna. In at 5, moving up 1 place from 6th in the lineup, it's Chris Davis. KD with the home run yesterday, designated hitter today. And moving down 1 spot is Matty Olson, the left-handed bat. He bats 6th in this game and plays first base. Then another hero from yesterday, Sean Murphy. Oh yes, he hits big boy home runs. And he moves up 2 places from 9 to 7. Sean Murphy catching. Staying at 8, a non-mover in this one, it's centre fielder Ramon Laureano. Here we go. And then rounding off the lineup at 9, he's back in. It's the A-star man in right field. It's Stephen Piscotty. Now, he hasn't been much of a star man of late, it has to be said. But hopefully he will rebound and, having had a day off, will be back rocking and rolling today. And another interesting thing about the lineup, I guess, is not only Sean Murphy moving up 2 spots, but the fact that he'll be catching Sean Manaea today. In most recent weeks, Jonah Heim has been in the team and has somewhat been Sean Manaea's personal catcher. But Bob Melvin spoke about this earlier today and just said, hey, the way Sean Murphy's swinging about, we've got to get him in there. And I know you could have DH'd him potentially, but I don't think he's DH'd before. I don't like the idea of asking players to do something they've never done before in a crucial playoff game. So I think you have to go with Sean Murphy. Hopefully he'll be on the right page with Sean Manaea, because Manaea hasn't pitched since I think it was the 23rd of September, so it's been a couple of weeks or so since Manaea really pitched in anger. So that is a slight concern that he may come in a little bit cold. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Here we go, this is Carl. Hello Carl, how are you doing, mate? Money Man Manaea, yeah, hopefully so, mate, hopefully so. Daddy Piscotty, he says, ooh. Daddy Cool. Stephen Piscotty, maybe that's another new nickname for him. I called him Scotty Piscotty Too Hotty. Daddy Cool. Scotty, maybe we'll work on that. But yeah, Sean Manaea, we really need a good start from him. There is the risk that he may come in cold in this one. If he does, that's going to be a big problem, because we need our starting pitchers to be going 4 or 5 innings. Yes, we've got a great bullpen, but you can't keep relying on a great bullpen when you're potentially playing 5 days in a row with no days off, as you normally get the days off in a series as you're traveling. But hey, you know, we've got to go deep, hopefully with a starting pitcher, or at least go at least 5 innings and yeah, really make an impact. And Sean Manaea is the sort of person who can come out of nowhere and pitch really well. We need a big inning, a big start from him, and I mean today he's really going to come up good for us. Matthew I think it's Berano. Sorry if I've pronounced your name wrong, Matthew. He says, if the A's lose, would you say the season is over? Well, tough question in many ways. I think it's not quite. Clearly, you can say, hey, we're still alive. But yeah, it's going to be very difficult to come back against this Astros team 2-0 down. Really, really difficult because, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, this is a battle-hardened team in the playoffs. They've been there, done it, won it, and our guys haven't. Yes, we've won one series, we won the series against the White Sox, but we don't have that experience like the Astros do, and we won't be dead completely, but trying to win 3 in a row, 3 playoff games in a row against the Astros, that would be a big, big ask. We may have to do it, but if we get a good start from Sean and I today and we take our chances in a way we didn't yesterday, then hopefully we won't have to worry about that and we'll move on and level a series today. Hello to Raj. Hello from Oakland, California. How you doing, pal? Hopefully you are getting an opportunity to follow the game. I know it's something we've spoken about a lot. Not great start times out there in Oakland for the actual real fans out there in California. To be messed about with midday starts, which are ridiculous, but hopefully you get a chance to follow the game. And both Raj and Matthew have come back and said, who's your starter for game 3? Good question. So Bob Melvin came out today and said he won't be announcing it until after the game. I think that's the key. In fact, Raj notes who pitches game 3 if we lose. I think that's going to be a key factor. Is it going to be what we would call in England shit or bust? Or do we have a bit more breathing space? Jesus or Frankie is what Matthew says. Stella Uber Alles has sped. I like Frankie, and I'd agree with that. I think Frankie looked good in those 2 innings last time out. Game 3, I think it was. And he's generally had, I think, good history against the Astros. That's just from memory. I haven't looked up the stats, but him or Jesus might be a good go. Raj says, not a fan of Mike Fiers. Yeah, I think he's a man because of his history. We were really hoping he would come through in his playoffs. It's been a storyline in the last couple of postseasons that Fiers didn't get a start in a wildcard game. And he started game 3, didn't pitch particularly well in that one. We all wanted him to come through, I think. And with his history with the Astros, you'd love to see him kind of sticking it to them. But I think it's difficult to summon, especially if we lose today and the series is on the line tomorrow. Mike Fiers would be... He's not pitching well enough of late to be really confident in putting him in there. However, I'm not sure there are a lot of people who sorry, one of the comments just took my eye there. I'm not sure there are a lot of starters we've got at the moment who would be really confident in going deep. Bassett was probably the main one. You are a proper Scouse, says this is Carl. I'm not proper Scouse. I'm Norfolk, proper Norfolk, mate. Did I use this correctly? You did. If you intended to send a message saying, did I use it correctly? If you're saying, did you use the proper Scouts correctly, then no, you're wrong. I am definitely not proper Scouts. Go away, says Joe Lopez, 40 Oz, is it? Or 40 ounce? Thanks for the comment. What is Restream bot? I don't know. Restream is what I use to stream stuff. I don't know what the bot is. Maybe it's... What's it doing? If you let me know what it's doing, the Stella Uber Alice, then maybe it's stopping you if you're doing some weird stuff. Darren Till gave me the inspiration, says this is Carl. Maybe. A's time. Yeah. I don't like the way they keep messing around with start times. I understand it that they're trying to stagger the games today, and we do have 4 today. We need to go in like fucking Marines today. I thought you said we need to go in like Mariners today. I thought we definitely don't need to do that, Carl. No, go in like Marines. Yes, I agree. Complete scorched earth, no mercy with runs. Yes, definitely. It sent messages. I've no idea what it did. Apologies, the Stella Uber Alice. I don't know what it's doing. What sort of messages it sent would be interesting to know. Maybe it's spamming me or something. We'll have a look. Yeah, complete scorched earth, no man's score. And I think that's the key thing from yesterday. You know, we learned that yesterday. We landed runners early on. We had opportunities to really break the game open, and we didn't take them. It came back to bite us, no question. So when we've got an opportunity, we've got to take it. We can't give them extra outs as we did yesterday, and we can't give them... I can't get YouTube to work at all. Sorry. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I don't know. So does Matthew says, does Bob Melvin get fired at the end of the season if we lose the series? I think it would be harsh. I think making any decisions on managers this year is particularly tough because it's such a weird season. Players have had such a short time, managers haven't had a lot of time. So I think making big decisions like that is difficult. This year we have at least got over the hump. So the last 2 years we've lost in the wildcard game series. So to say he's actually improved, which ultimately we have this year, and that's exactly as Carl said, he actually won a playoff series. So to kind of let him go this time would be weird, basically. Interesting. Yeah, so I think he'll be safe, and obviously he's very well in favour with the A's front office. So I think it would only be if he wanted to go, and I don't see that. I think with it being a shortened season this year, we haven't had a full crack at it with a team that's going to be in contention next year too. So I think he'll still be around. Don't you worry about that. Got to watch out for that RISP. As always, RISP is the word. Yeah. Earlier, Lebot said Periscope Raj. I'm not a fan of Mike Myers. What that's doing, Estella Uber Alice. So I am simultaneously, as we say in America, streaming to both YouTube and Periscope. So that comment was submitted on Periscope. So the restream bot was putting the Periscope chat message also into the YouTube chat message, which is clever, don't you think, if you know what it's doing. Laureano Uber Alice theme here. I personally think we should have started fires. Did you really? Maybe. Whereas the Stella Uber Alice says, I don't think fires versus Asterix is good. Okay, Carl is saying progress. Progress, mate. Progress. Raj, no, you're fine. We can see your comments both on YouTube and Periscope. So if you're fine on Periscope, you're fine there. You can post comments there. We can see them. Or I can see them at least here on my chat. No, they will be angry at us and easier for us to beat if Mike Fires is on a man. We'll say the Cheetahs will go rage mode against Fires and the snitch. I don't know. I mean, maybe it will take them out of their game. Maybe they will try and mess about and it will put them off their game plan, perhaps. I don't know. But I think Mania going today is a good shout. He's someone who has done well in the past. Yes, last year's wildcard game was not a good outing for him, but he knows the Astros line up well, and hopefully he will come through for us today. Here in YouTube now, Raj. Good stuff. Thanks for joining us here. Are you all excited about the game? I have to say, I wasn't that nervous before yesterday. Not that I was overconfident or anything, but I just kind of thought a little bit what will be, will be. With the White Sox series, I was very nervous. I thought, it's going to happen again. We're going to go straight out. So at least we've won that series. And I know some A's fans will be very angry with me saying that, saying that's a defeatist attitude or something. But I don't think it is. I think we know how good this Astros team is. Yes, we are desperate to beat them because of the history. But, yeah. It can happen, can't it? I was just watching... Atlanta are coming back. So Miami are leading 4-3 over Atlanta with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Below the Marlins now for a runner in scoring position. It was really weird putting the game on and seeing, it's at Minute Maid Park. Hang on a minute, what's going on there? And then realising, they're playing in Houston, so that's okay. Why are they waiting to use Greinke? I think just looking at his turn in the rotation, Framber Valdez was really good. I think he pitched in relief of Greinke, did he? He pitched in relief of someone who pitched 5 good innings. So he's actually been their form pitcher. So I understand why they're going with him today. And Greinke presumably goes tomorrow. Carl says, A's won Minay's 1 start this season versus Astro. Valdez lost his only start versus the A's. It's a game over. It's in the bag then, Carl. Oh, fine. Oh, that's made me feel much better. Yes, in their bag, Carl. Good stuff, mate. Versus left-handed pitchers, Astros 12-10, A's 12-3. Okay. So we've been pretty good, because that was the big stat against the White Sox, wasn't it? That they absolutely muller left-handed pitchers. But hey, we've done pretty well against lefties. And Framber Valdez, he's someone who has looked good this season, but when you look at his stats, he was in something like, I don't know if I can bring it up. Maybe I can bring it up. He was in something like the bottom 3% for exit velocity on his pitching this season. He was getting hit pretty hard. Let's see if I can bring it up for you. This is going to be dicey. This is going to be dicey. Let's have a go. Let's have a go. Okay. I'm going to see if I can bring this up. Oops, I've clicked the wrong one. That's not very helpful, is it? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I'll move myself. Here we go. I'll say I'm talking about this, so you can't actually see what I'm doing, but there we go. Here we are. Bear with me. So this is Framber Valdez on Baseball Savant, or Savant as I call it. Exit velocity 5%, so he's in the low 5 percentile in exit velocity and in low 4 percentage in hard hit. So batters have been getting on top of him a bit. I don't know. I think Minay's stats are not particularly appealing when you look at them. Let me have a quick look. Scrolling through. Sorry about this. Oh, it may not like me doing this. Doesn't look like it's liking me doing this. No. So these are Minay's. Yeah, no, it doesn't like me doing that. Okay. We will abort. There we go. But yeah, Minay has struggled a bit here and there, but has also looked good here and there. So we need one of the good outings today. What's your good luck ritual you do before any A's game? Well, if you've seen our previous YouTube videos, so we've got a YouTube video about Game 3 where we were all on a Zoom call, including this is Carl. We basically change everything. So because we lost yesterday, I was wearing a green jumper, yesterday's sweater. So I've now got a jersey on. I'm going to sit in a different place. I was keeping score yesterday. I'm not going to keep score today. So yeah, just changing. It depends. If we won, do exactly the same. If we lost, do something different. Thank God not ESPN in terms of the coverage. Yeah, definitely. I don't, to be honest, because we're now we do a Zoom call, RA's UK group do a Zoom call. So I just I mute the TV basically, so I don't listen to the commentators very much. So I don't get to suffer the ESPN commentary when it was on ESPN, but it's really annoying. They're constantly having graphics flying up on the screen telling you useless stats that you don't need to know. So yeah, TBS generally are pretty good. I like Jeff Franco too. He gets on well with the right field crowd, Bacon Boy or whatever it was. So there we go. If you enable super chats, I might donate. There we go. Can you do a song for me, La Stella Iberales? We have got a La Stella song. I just haven't got around to recording it. By the time I do so, the season may be over, and technically he may not be our player anymore, but we'll see. I need that A's UK flag. Oh yes, we've got quite a few. So that's our banner. There we go. I haven't got my mug with me today. I've got another mug, but yes, we do have a nice range of merchandise, which technically we can't sell because obviously we use things like the A's logo, which we have no right to make any money out of, which is fair enough. But yes, we do giveaways on our podcast. So if you don't subscribe to our podcast, check that out on all of the usual podcast streaming services where we often do little competitions to give away mugs and beer mats. So I've got some beer mats actually. Here we go. I'll show you the beer mats. If you can't beat them, have another drink. Here we go. Strength and Unity, UK. These UK masks are upside down. There we go. With the elephant on a Union Jack. There we go. Has anyone read Moneyball the book? Yes, of course. Yeah. Good film too. Good movie. Very good. Über alles is above all in German. Yes. Deutschland. Über alles. After watching the John Boyce video on Jeffrey Kerr, he became my favourite Paris back. Yeah, he's a good lad. If I donate, you can gift the flag. It's not selling. I need that mask. So Dom, who's one of the other three of us who are in ALDS UK, he got these made. To be honest, they're not that brilliant as masks. I don't know where he got them made. They were a bit disappointing when we got them. But there we go. We'll have to see. I'll have to put you into... I'll discuss it with Dom in the Zoom call tonight and we'll see what we can do for you. Want that flag? Yes, a few people want the flags. We've got, you will see out in right field, we're very grateful to the Oakland 68s, Ross and George and all those guys. They very kindly took delivery of a bunch of our flags. Aussie Liam Hendricks flag, our main, in fact, flag of lists. That's out there in right field. And there's another one too, Town Business with the 4 World Series trophies is out there. They did a big close-up on that on ESPN the other night. So those flags are out there. Joe Lopez, I miss going to A's games. I bet you do. Yeah, we try and get out there at least once a year from the UK. Had a really good trip planned for this year. East Coast trip it was going to be. New York, Washington, Boston, which we obviously had to call off, which was a real shame. But yeah, hopefully when we get to next season, hopefully things are a bit better and fans could be back out in the Coliseum banging on the drums and all of that. Jeremy Brown, catch a legend. Oh yes, definitely. Not selling jeans, are we? Who else watching the Marlins? I've got it on. There we go. So we're at 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Marlins are doing well, to be fair to them. I know it's a strange shortened season and they probably wouldn't have made the playoffs. Let's face it, they definitely wouldn't have made the playoffs if it would have been a normal season, but now they're doing well. We saw them do it in 97. We saw them do it in 2003. When they get there, they make it count, don't they? Definitely. Good day. It's been a minute. That's it. Thank you, Jacob. Raj, the right field bleachers are crazy fun at A's games. Yeah, we get on well with them. Dom in particular knows them very well. Dom and Hannah are the other 2 people I do ALDS UK with. So yeah, Dom gets on very well with them. We had a Zoom call with them during lockdown. A few of them, a few beers and a few late nights with them. Yeah, they're a really good bunch. Let's go Marlins. I got $50 on you guys. Well, they always say it matters more when there's money on it. So maybe that's true. Freddie Freeman looking pensive in the day. It's always difficult when you try and refer to baseball games. So we have been asked about doing a Zoom call and doing a live stream actually during the game. The issue with that is that I'm probably already behind you guys in the States because of how long it takes to get over the ocean, I guess. And also then the streaming process puts in a delay too. So we'll probably be like 15 seconds behind you, which would kind of take the fun out of it, but there we go. We'll see. Will the mighty playoff Marlins finally experience defeat or keep on kicking ass? Well, they're doing okay at the moment, aren't they? They're still ahead 4-3. Trading for Rinko to walk over to the other clubhouse. Yeah, that's a classic one. That's one which I know, sharing my copy of Moneyball years ago with a few English soccer fans over here, that's one thing that really confused them, in that players basically can get traded with no say whatsoever. Off you go, mate. Pack your bags, you're off. Which definitely doesn't happen in soccer over here. Players have a lot of power, but they don't want to go. They're on 300 grand a week. They don't have to go. They can sit and take the money. That's the way it works in football. Yeah. So there we go. We'll look at that lineup again. Semien, Stella, Pinder, Canna, Davis, Olsen, Murphy, Laureano, and Piscotti. Anyone expecting some surprises in that lineup? I think seeing Piscotti back in is a little bit of a surprise. We know he normally comes in against right-handed pitchers, so in that sense, not a surprise. But it's not been hitting very well of late, has he? So it's a chance for him to come through today. I guess you could say a little bit the same for Matt Olson. Yes, he hit a home run yesterday, but he's not doing much other than hitting home runs, which is a bit like saying a striker in football isn't doing much other than scoring goals. I know, but we would like to see him getting a few more hits. So hopefully he can do that today. Obviously, the key thing with this series is that we've played them so many times. I know we've played them, whatever it was, 10 times this season. 12 times this season, was it? But we play them so often every year, 18, 19 games, that we know them well, they know us well. So there's no real surprises kind of going on. But sometimes that gives you an advantage, sometimes not. Sometimes familiarity can make it more difficult. What do? Do you second guess and things like that? But we will see. So there we go. First pitch is in, it's coming up to an hour, almost an hour exactly. In this series, Manaea and Valdez on the mound, two lefties on the mound, a couple of southpaws. It should be a good game. Lots of tension, I suspect, because this really is whilst not quite a must-win, definitely it's would be in a difficult spot if we do lose it. So we need a good start from Manaea. We need Semien to lead off the game. How did you like my Astros disc track? I haven't heard it, I'll be honest with you, mate. We'll have the link be up to that one. Anything bashing the Astros is always good. And yeah, we need to get this game. We need Marcus Semien to lead the game off with a home run in the bottom of the first. And then we'll be flying from there. That's the plan. I'd love him to really make up for what happened yesterday. He's been such a great player for us over the years, Semien. I don't like the idea of that being the lasting image of his playoff series if he is going to leave this off-season as a free agent. So hopefully he can come through today. Hopefully we'll get another big boy home run from Sean Murphy. Hey, maybe even another one from KD. He's looks much better hitting to the opposite field, that home run to opposite field. KD's going well when he's doing that. And I fancy Chad Pinder to come in and really go on and get another hit, because Jake Lamb was a little shaky yesterday. I'm not going to bash him too much because he's been really good. What he's offered us so far was in excess of what we expected to get from him. So we can't exactly say he's not quite Matt Chapman, because as the song goes, ain't nobody like Matt Chapman. Good idea for Pinter to be third on the batter's lineup since his clutch. He's done well for us. He's come through for us. So yeah, I was surprised in some ways that he was brought in straight to the first spot. But I guess doing that means you don't move anyone else. I know they've jigged a few of them around, but it basically other people. Semien goes to 1, Stella to 2, then Pinder stays where Jake Lamb was yesterday. So yeah, I guess it's the easy way to solve it, isn't it? So Pinder is going to come through again, and fingers crossed. Okay, so we're an hour away. I think I'm going to wrap up this live stream for now. Thank you everyone for commenting. There's been a whole bunch of you commenting. Apologies if I've missed any. There's been quite a few comments coming through, and I'm not very good at keeping up with them all. So thanks everyone for listening and watching on the Periscope or on YouTube, wherever you're watching it. If you've been watching live, if you've not been watching live and you've been watching it on repeat, either on Twitter, Periscope, or on YouTube. I am hoping to do one of these at about the same time every day this week, depending on if the series is still going. More comments, says Carl. Yes, there's probably more comments, let's be honest. So yeah, so I'm hoping to do another one of these tomorrow at 8 o'clock UK time, so that'll be midday Oakland time, so 1 o'clock Arizona time for Carl's benefit. So hopefully we'll be talking about the A's having leveled the series 1-1 and really getting back into this event. If not, we'll be in a lot of trouble. But yes, we'll be back live. So if you're watching this after event, watching it back. If you're around on Wednesday at 8 p.m. in the UK, midday in Oakland, then do join in with a chat as we're going live. And I may potentially be able to add in Dom or Hannah potentially on the call too. So that would be good if we can do a bit of chatting between ourselves alongside all of the chat actually on the chat. But there we go. We've got an hour to go, so I'm going to, I don't know, calm myself down. I didn't have a beer last night, so I think I'm going to need a beer tonight. So fingers crossed, A's fans, we can do it. We need to do it today. Sean's going to come through to us. Cooks Media, when did you decide to become an A's fan? So I decided to become an A's fan simply because I saw baseball was on UK TV at midnight back in 1998. So I videoed it, put the VCR on, and in one of the early games I saw highlights of an A's game playing in the green and gold. I come from a place called Norwich in England. Our soccer team plays in yellow and green, so that was why I became an A's fan. I had no good reason to pick anyone, so that was my random way of picking a team. Hannah and Dom, who are the other two people in A's UK, they have family links out there in Alameda County, so in Oakland. So that's kind of how they fell into it. Yeah, we all met up on Twitter quite a few years ago, 5 or 6 years ago now, and started up the A's UK gang about 3 years or so ago. So a lot of fun to do. We've got this YouTube channel, we're doing these live streams, we've got the podcast, we do lots of stuff on Twitter. I think I'm on Twitter tonight because Dom was on yesterday doing the Twitter because we won the last game, which he was doing on Twitter. So I think it'll be me doing it tonight. And hopefully I'm going to bring the team some good luck. So thanks for your comment and your question, Cooks Media. Thanks everyone for joining in on the chat and for watching along today. As I mentioned, we'll be back again tomorrow, 8 p.m. UK time on that. So that's Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time, midday Oakland time. Do you remember any British A's players? I don't think. No, basically. Have there been any British A's players? Maybe back in the Philadelphia Rays, there was potentially a British player. I don't know. Blake Taylor, who came in relief for Houston, does play for Great Britain. I should point out. Not actually born in the UK, but does represent, qualifies for Great Britain and has represented Great Britain in international tournaments. So, we want him to do well, basically. Cool. Nice to know. Cooked Media. That stuff. Yes, so thanks again for everyone for joining in. We'll be doing it again tomorrow, 8 p.m. UK time, midday Oakland time, whatever that would be, 3 p.m. Eastern time if you're in New York or that East Coast area. And hopefully we will be talking about the A's having leveled up the series 1-1. And rip Eddie Van Halen, blimey, alrighty. There's a shocker and sad note to end this stream. And God, that's a deflating point, isn't it? Okay, so I'll see you all tomorrow. And like I say, hopefully we will have an A's win to enjoy tonight. And then we'll be right back into the series. So thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow.